chair of the journalism department, and I'll be your MC this morning. For you parents out there, I know many of you thought this day would never come. And I know firsthand some of the challenges our students have had to overcome to get to this day. But parents, I know you've been instrumental in making this day happen. And grads, can you take a moment now to show your love to your parents and all the hard work they've done behind the scenes? I'd also like to take this moment to introduce our faculty up here with us. We have a dedicated group of faculty members. They put in countless hours and they mentor students even on their off time. We really work hard to create an atmosphere that cultivates professionalism and creativity and journalistic purpose. That's really what we're about here in the journalism department, creating purpose behind journalism. So thank you again, faculty, for another great year. Professor John Funabiki, Professor Scott Tucker, Professor Don Min, we do have our rock stars here. Professor Rochelle Canago, Professor John Burks, I'd also like to introduce a special guest of ours, a former lecturer, Professor Jesse Garnier. Journalism graduates. Before we move on to the highlights of today's ceremony, I wanted to digress a bit. I want to take you back to 1976. This was the year the film All the President's Men came out, starring Robert Redford as Bob Woodward and Dustin Hoffman as Carl Bernstein. This is, of course, the investigative reporting duo at the Washington Post. And the movie portrays Woodward and Bernstein combing through documents, phone books, knocking on doors, only to have most of the people shut them in their faces, cajoling, sometimes tricking people into talking. These guys must have been told 1,000,000 times no, but the rejection never got in their way of the pursuit of the story. This movie inspired generations of young reporters wanting to reveal the secrets of the powerful. And I recently showed this film to my journalism class and remembered how special this movie really was, how just it really hits you here. I was in high school when this film came out, and I didn't see it until the 1980s, but the movie had the same effect on me. Just as Woodward and Bernstein exposed corruption in the Nixon administration and ultimately brought down a president, I too wanted to hold authority figures to account. Woodward and Bernstein became icons of American investigative journalism, and I share the story with you, journalism grads, because I think many believe this era of journalism is lost. Yes, it's true, commercial pressures have eroded opportunities for reporters to pursue depth reporting, but I'm encouraged by the work your class has done this year. When protesters threatened to commandeer a campus building, you guys camped out to make sure you got the story. And you did get that story. When a new round of tuition increases emerged, you went directly to the president and asked him to explain. There are many other examples of your perseverance and tenacity. But my point in saying all this is to encourage you to use these same skills and integrity to make a positive impact on the world, to expose truth in any corner of darkness. And to do this, whether your job is in journalism, or public relations, or marketing, or playwriting, or in administration, just any position, you're going to be entering one of the most difficult job markets in American history. So you may not get your dream job right away. But one of the things I've learned in my wandering journey as a journalist is that rarely do you find the dream job. Rather, you have to create the dream and the job that's available to you. So when you apply good principles of journalism to any position, that is seeking truth, communicating clearly, writing succinctly, maintaining integrity, you are bound to rise above the ranks. You don't have to work for the Washington Post as Woodward and Bernstein did to make an impact. You simply have to apply the principles that they applied. And with this, I wish you great success in your endeavors. I'd like to now begin with our program. Christina Azapar.